in Africa. Number 10. Luanda, Angola. Crime rate score 79 on 100. Luanda, Angola's capital city, has a high crime rate and one which the OSAC reports as being critical. Out of a possible crime score of 100, Numbio rates it at 79 as of February 2016. According to the UK government service gov.uk, common crimes in the city are inclusive of carjackings, assaults, homicides, muggings of valuables such as mobile phones, armed robberies at either night or day, especially in areas popular with foreigners, and rape incidences both in nightlife areas and even private homes. Lone night travel or walks within the city are not recommended, as crimes mostly happen at night in Luanda, according to the OSAC. There are also crime hotspots in Luanda that the OSAC particularly warns against venturing into, like the Rua Nero, the Rua Huari Bwamdien, and the traffic circle in the last part of the Rua Gamal Abdel Nazar. Thefts from stationary or slow-moving vehicles stuck in traffic also happen. It's thereby wise to close the windows when stuck in such traffic situations there. Number 9. Nairobi, Kenya. Crime rate score 80 on 100. Coming in at 9th place on the list is Kenya's capital and largest city, Nairobi. As Kenya's capital city, Nairobi is the hub of the country's economy, thereby making it attractive to both foreign and local investment, as well as vulnerable to crime activity. The U.S. Overseas Security Advisory Council, or SAC, rates Nairobi's crime levels as being critical. Also, Numbio.com as of March 2016 ranked the crime levels as very high and ended up giving it a rating of 80 out of 100. Serious crimes common in Nairobi, according to OSAC, are armed carjackings, home and business burglaries, kidnappings, pickpocketing, muggings and snatch and grab thefts. Other criminal threats include grenade attacks and terrorism, which in recent years Kenya has bore the brunt of. However, those victims of robbery who cooperate without resisting are likely to be unharmed in the city, according to OSAC. Cybercrime and credit card skimming are other forms of criminal activities on the rise in Nairobi that its foreign visitors need to be aware of. It is best to avoid walking the streets of Nairobi at night if possible. After dark, it's best to stick to registered taxis and travel in a group to avoid being a victim of theft or other criminal activities. Number 8. Port Elizabeth, South Africa. Crime rate score 80 on 100. Port Elizabeth, the friendly city, is a major seaport city and most populous city in Eastern Cape Province of South Africa. It is South Africa's 6th largest metropolitan municipality. Foreign direct investment of $19.8 billion has been secured over the past decade, as Fortune 500 companies are present or have their African operations headquartered in the city. Port Elizabeth is the seat of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metropolitan Municipality, South Africa's second largest metropolitan district by area. In 2014, Port Elizabeth was ranked number 35 by the Mexican Citizens Council for Public Security and Criminal Justice among the world's 50 most dangerous cities, and in 2013, it was number 41. Murders per 100,000 people in 2014 were 34.8, slightly down from 36 in 2013. The city has high risk of mugging and kidnapping of people. Urban areas are better avoided late at night, and it is recommended to travel in private cars or a taxi. It is not recommended to walk around the city at night. You need to move only by car, closing the doors and windows before going to bed. Number 7. Cape Town, South Africa. Crime rate score 82 on 100. Now, most of you will probably be shocked seeing Cape Town on the list. Cape Town is a port city on South Africa's southwest. Due to the fact that Cape Town is one of the most beautiful cities, not only in Africa but the world, it attracts millions of visitors every year, and we all know with the high influx of random people, there is bound to be high crime rate as well. In recent years, it has consistently been ranked among the most violent cities in the world. From April 2011 to March 2012, Cape Town recorded more murders than both Johannesburg and Pretoria combined. According to Africa Check, criminal activities like drug dealing, mugging, vandalism, theft, assault and armed robbery, and bribery are especially common there. Taking nighttime walks is also very risky. Much of the violence in Cape Town is fueled by drug-related gang activities and the economic inequality still prevalent in non-white territories. According to a 2014 report by the Institute of Security Studies, annual income in a white household was just over 6 times more than a black household in Cape Town. Nyanga in Cape Town is one of the world's most dangerous areas and had the highest number of murders, 262 in South Africa during 2012. Number 6. Lagos, Nigeria. Crime rate score 83 on 100. With an estimated population of 22 million, Lagos is Nigeria's largest city and one of the largest cities in the world. Crime levels are also very high, with Numbio giving the city a rating of 83 out of a possible crime score of 100. The OSA gives Lagos a crime rating of critical. Locals and expatriates alike living in Lagos are prone to muggings, armed robberies, home or business burglaries, carjackings, assaults, rapes, kidnappings and extortion. Armed robbers in the city are known to even climb up perimeter fences and subdue guards, and others have invaded waterfront compounds by way of boats. Criminals also target vehicle occupants in traffic and break into stationary cars. Some of Lagos' crime hotspots are airport roads in the days or evenings, as well as banks and grocery stores. Street gangs dubbed area boys cause terror in the mainland of the city when they clash. Lagos is also an email scam hotbed from where dubious cyber criminals prey on people under the pretension that they can receive huge compensation in return sometime later after parting with some money by way of electronic transactions. Number 5. Durban, South Africa. Crime rate 87 on 100. Durban is the third most popular city in South Africa after Johannesburg and Cape Town, and the largest city in the South African province of KwaZulu-Natal. It has a population of about 3.44 million. Durban is the busiest port in the country. It is also one of the major centers of tourism because of the city's warm subtropical climate and extensive beaches. It is also the second most important manufacturing hub in South Africa after Johannesburg. Economically, the city hosts the biggest container and commodity port in sub-Saharan Africa. However, according to a 2014 report by the Mexican Citizens Council for Public Security and Criminal Justice, Durban City was 38th amongst the 50 most violent cities in the world. Homicides per 100,000 people stood at 34.5 in 2014, up from in 2013, when they were just at 32 per 100,000. Beyond Durban city limits, KwaZulu-Natal province in 2015 was reported as the most dangerous province in South Africa. Common crimes include rape, armed robbery, carjacking, home invasion, property theft, smash and grab. Taking personal precautions like avoiding nighttime travel or walking alone is recommended to avoid falling a victim. Number 4. Johannesburg, South Africa. Crime rate score 91 on 100. Johannesburg is the largest city in South Africa and one of the 50 largest urban areas in the world. It is the provincial capital and largest city of Gauteng, which is the wealthiest province in South Africa. Johannesburg is the seat of the Constitutional Court. In 2019, the population of the city of Johannesburg was estimated at 5,635,127, making it the most populous city in South Africa. In recent years, it has become notorious for the high numbers of crimes and rapes cases seen there. Due to the many incidences of rape reported there, it has also been dubbed as the world's rape capital. Recently, Johannesburg has had xenophobic attacks springing up mostly in the low-income townships. In 2014-2015, according to Africa Check, the murder rate in Johannesburg per 100,000 was 28.2 people. Number 3. Benghazi, Libya. Crime rate score 92 on 100. Benghazi is a major seaport and second most popular city in Libya. It is a center of Libyan commerce, industry, transport and culture. Since Muammar Gaddafi's oust from power as the leader of Libya in 2011, the whole country, including the second largest city of Benghazi, has been engulfed in a civil war. The city is ever at risk of radical Islamic terrorist attacks. In September of 2012, the US Embassy in Libya was attacked by violent extremists, and 4 US government employees, the US ambassador to Libya included, died in the chaos. Incidences of carjackings, robberies, burglaries, and gun attacks are now more prevalent, largely due to the looting of government artillery that ensued in a mad scramble for economic and military gains after Gaddafi's removal. Sexual harassment of women is also rising, as well as petty and hardcore street crimes. Number 2. Pietermaritzburg, South Africa. 94 on 100 crime rate. Pietermaritzburg is the capital and second largest city in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. It is home to many schools and tertiary educational institutions, including a campus of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Pietermaritzburg has very high crime levels. Armed robbery, sexual assault, drug dealing, house break-ins, carjackings, and car theft are some crimes that are common in Pietermaritzburg. In the 3 years leading up to 2015, crime levels in the city rose significantly. According to Crime Statistics South Africa, in 2015, there were 15,720 criminal incidences in the city. This was an increase on the previous years, as in 2014, there were just 14,794 reported incidents of criminal activities, and in 2013, there were 13,596. When xenophobic attacks flare up elsewhere in South Africa, they also tend to quickly spread to Pietermaritzburg as well. Number 1. Rustenburg, South Africa. 95 on 100. Rustenburg is located in northwest province of South Africa. It has very high crime levels and is rated at 95 out of a possible crime score of 100. according to a 2015 Numbeo report. Of all the cities in the Northwest Province in 2015, Rustenburg had the highest total cases of criminal activities with 11,117 cases in 2015, according to Crime Statistics South Africa. Household burglary, kidnapping, hijackings, and political violence are but some of the crimes that frequently occur in this city. According to South Africa's Dialogue, street crimes and muggings are also high in Rustenburg. At night, car break-ins are common, and it's not advisable to leave one's valuable inside a vehicle. When driving on the freeways at night, stops in undesignated areas make one an easy target for robbers, and hence it is wise to avoid making them. There you have it, Disparers, those were the top 10 most dangerous cities in Africa. Thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, do well to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.